Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. Today I'm going to show you how to make these crusty, grungy, old parts look good and new by using some stuff laying around the house. Stick around. Alright, so if you guys have been following what we got going on here at Weems Motor Co., you know that we've been working on this 1950 Triumph and we're looking to get this thing back out on the road. Well, in the midst of doing all of that, you have to restore some old parts. You got grungy, grimy, old, grease-covered, dirt-covered things, and you gotta be able to find a way to make them look nice. Well, the idea on this project is that we're not gonna make it look brand new. We're just gonna make it work like brand new. So we're gonna try to keep as much of that patina as possible on this project and keep all the grimy, grungy stuff kind of as is, because this bike has a lot of history, and so that's what we're doing. Today we got this old gearbox that was completely filled with sand. It was in rough shape, so we're gonna show you guys how to take some basic household items and make your own parts cleaner. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be excellent finishes and bling blingy. Maybe we'll get to that a little bit later on in the video, but for right now, let's show you what you can do to make your own homemade parts cleaner. Alright, so if you're anything like us here at Weems Motor Co., you're working in a small space and you are very limited, and area is a commodity, and you don't want to take up too much of that by buying one of these large parts cleaners or anything. You want something that is small and able to be broken down and put away as you need it. So that's what we're doing today, and it's basic, simple things. Something like an old plastic tote that you might be having kicking around your house. You know, some brushes, things to scrub with, and a nice little $15 sump pump from Harbor Freight, and a good gallon of concentrated degreaser. That's about all it takes to make yourself a nice little parts cleaner that when you're done, you know, you can just dump it out because it's biodegradable, and store it back in the corner or underneath the shelf or whatever like that. And I've had these parts cleaners probably for about 10-12 years. I've been doing it this way, and it always seems to work out great. I love being able to take my tools and pieces of parts and store them away as I don't use them, and bring them out when I do need them. So pretty simple process. Just throw all these things together, throw your own parts in there, and scrub them down. So I'm going to take this old gearbox and we're going to clean it up, and we're going to show you how well you can do it for just a little bit of money out of your pocket. Let's do it. Alright, so as you can see, is pretty easy process doing that. Obviously, you want to wear some safety glasses, depending on what kind of degreaser you're using. You might also want to wear gloves, but I've used this degreaser in the past, and it's a biodegradable. If you have a little nick or something on your hand, it's probably going to burn a little bit, but it's safe for your hands. So I love using this stuff. It's working out great. What I'm going to show you now is a little before and after. We're going to take this timing side engine cover, which is pretty gross, and we're just going to throw it in there, scrub it down, then rinse it off with some clean water. And I want to show you guys the difference in what something so simple as the things you have laying around your house can do for these amazing old crusty Triumph parts. Now, here in a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to my friend's house over in St. Petersburg, Rick Carr, the vintage bike builder, and I'm going to show you what a vapor hone will do to some of those engine parts. Now, like I said, this bike, the Judge, we are not restoring this motorcycle. We are not going to be taking it back to a factory finish. We are not going to be polishing things. We are not going to be doing excellent finishes. I want to keep all of that patina, all of those nicks, those marks, and that grime on this bike. But that grime, the grease, the dirt, that stuff does have to come off. So that's why we're degreasing these parts. So when we reassemble this engine, it's nice and clean and is able to be good for a running motorcycle. So before and after, let's knock out this timing side engine cover for you guys so you can see what this thing will do. Let's do it. So not bad, honestly, guys. It came out a little cleaner than I wanted it to be because I'm trying to keep that bike a little crusty. But it's really important when you're going in and rebuilding an engine that things are clean. You don't want any contaminants, pieces of sand, which was all over the place, and dirt and grime and all of those things. You don't want that stuff inside your engine when you're rebuilding it. So it's quite okay that it came out a little cleaner than I want. But if you could tell, it's not a show finish. I mean, it's kind of grimy, and you know, yeah, there are places where gaskets are still on there that we got to go back and clean that gasket material off. And we're gonna get it ready to go to get this thing rebuilt for that 1950 Triumph. But if you were watching the prior videos, we were trying to discover when this motorcycle was built, and we got to the portion of the engine and we were saying, well, the engine numbers were re-stamped when the California Highway Patrol impounded the motorcycle, so we knew that there was options to be able to tell exactly what year that this engine could be. And we have discovered that this engine is a 1959 Triumph Thunderbird. That being shown right there, those numbers, that Delta 59 inside of the cases tells us that it is a 1959 engine. And there are also other things on the outside of the engine. You have a belly stamp right there. Well, let me grab the other side of the engine. As you can see, on the other side of the engine cases is the same belly number stamping, so that tells us that these two engine halves were from the factory together. They were line board and they are a matching set. Also on the inside of that other side case right there is the same Delta 59. So the engine that we have for this 1950 Triumph from the judge of the Galloping Goose MC is a 1959 Thunderbird engine. That helps me to know when I gotta reorder cams, when I gotta reorder rods, cranks, all those things. We know what we're working with. Now, next portion of this video, we're gonna head over across the Tampa Bay to St. Petersburg, Florida to visit my good friend Rick Carr over at the Vintage Bike Builder, and we are gonna show you how to get things like the rods and the crankshaft all the way down to even a better finish than what we're able to do with this little homemade parts washer. Stick around. Alright, before we head over to Rick's place and vapor hone these parts, just wanted to remind everybody for the months of August and September, every person who signs up for our Patreon is going to receive a Weems Motor Co. sticker pack. That's all of our stickers that we have there. If you are not interested in becoming a member of our Patreon, man, every order that goes to the website, you're going to receive the same thing, a free sticker pack. We got t-shirts, we got several different t-shirts, we got another one here, and we got the latest one right here. So we also have trucker hats. And we have these really nice embroidered Weems Motor Co. hats. We also have parts for your vintage Triumph, things like timing covers and timing patent plates. So make sure you check out the website and get those orders in. But right now, I'm I'm super excited to share with you guys a project that has kind of been in the background, something that the Triumph community might be interested in finding out what we're doing. So, I'm gonna open this box right here in front of all of you guys, and inside of this box is something really cool that we are going to be working with some nonprofits to raise some money with them, but also for you guys that have vintage Triumphs, maybe you might be interested in what's inside this box. So let's check it out. What's in the bag? All right, this is a super sweet project that we've been working on, and you might be saying, all right, well, it's just a piece of metal. Well, this is stainless steel, and this is our version, our replica of a custom Triumph aftermarket part that was around in the 50s and 60s from a company called Superior, and these are battery covers. If you're a pre-unit guy and you've looked for one of these, you quickly realize that these are pretty much hen's teeth. So we are going to be making these in stainless steel, and this is our test template to compare it to an original to see how it fits. But they are stainless steel, so we can polish these up, make them shiny like chrome, and I'm pretty stoked about this project. So if something like this interests you, hit us up in the comments. Heck, if there's a motorcycle part that you're looking for your motorcycle, leave it in the comments. We're gonna get on the road. We're gonna head over here to St. Pete. Stick around. All right, guys, here we are over in St. Petersburg at the vintage bike builder, Mr. Rick Carr's place. And right there behind me is the system we are talking about. Now, this is a vapor hone system, and it is relatively expensive to have a system like this, and it's a really big, bulky thing that you wouldn't normally have in your home shop. But we're going to show you guys some before and after of how the parts go in and how the parts come out with this particular vapor hone system. Listen, if you guys don't know about this, you are going to know right now, and you're going to say, I want all my parts done with that machine, and I can give you all the information to get you hooked up with the vintage bike builder and have your parts vapor hone. But let's go ahead and do a before and after. Let's show you how this thing works. Just like that, nice, beautiful parts that are ready to be assembled into your motorcycle. Tell you what, guys, this vapor hone technology is amazing, and you guys, if you have the opportunity, want to take advantage of that, I want you to reach out to my friend. His information will be down in the description below, thevintagebikebuilder.com. Reach out to Rick, say, hey, I've got some old motorcycle parts, I got some old car parts, I got some old something that is crusty and rusty and gross, and I want to have it fixed up. Reach out to Rick, he'll get you squared away. With that, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video today over here in the beautiful sunshiny portion of Florida called St. Petersburg. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new around here, jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.